The student labs are student-written submitted works, and then they're chosen by faculty, and then other students come in and direct it and cast it and get to put their own vision on somebody else's work. It's just a really collaborative way to learn leadership and to learn something new and from a different perspective.
I get to showcase so many people that have not really been in an academic show here.
This is one of the only opportunities in college that we get to work with peers like we will do once we're outside of college. The shows won't be academic. We're working with people who are around our same age, just have a slightly different passion, whereas it's, directing or stage managing as opposed to actors.
Dorothy Day.
Lucy Burns.
Dora Stevens.
November 14th, 1918.
The Occoquan Workhouse.
My name is Kelsey Dial, and I'm a musical theater major.
My name is Kaylee Hutter, and I'm a theater arts major. And our play is called Purple Banners.
My show is a historical piece addressing the fight for suffrage from 3 American women.
Specifically, it's about a night that's referred to as the Night of Terror, which is a night when a large group of women were arrested in DC and taken to a workhouse in Virginia and abused in prison, and the kind of events that followed that.
I did a lot of research on the women's rights movement in its 1918. So I did a lot of research both on the real women, and there's also a lawyer, Dudley, who I did research on. And so I made sure to research what impact they had on the women's rights movement.
Lucy Burns is a fiery redhead. She grew up in a family that was fairly large, and her father believed in educating both of the sexes. So she went to several colleges. She studied linguistics and English. And one day she found out about, a movement, and then with Alice, Paul, and Doris, they made it their own, and they founded a bigger movement, which became the main women's suffrage group.
My favorite part about this show is taking something that has been debated and talked a lot relentlessly, especially over the past 100 years or so, taking something that's been talked about so much and hopefully bringing a life into it that has never been seen before.
I'm excited to see what they do with the actual Night of Terror sequence, because we wrote it in a way that it can be very abstract and up to interpretation, so that there's not a lot of limitations like you have to have this for the set or you have to have more men in the cast even. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. I'm excited to see it come to life because it's just been in my mind.
I want to say my favorite part is the moment of the Night of Terror. I'm really excited about it because we get to simulate the terror that's happening, and I hope that that has the most connection to the audience, and it's as human as we can make it, and it's as real and genuine as it, could have been in the past.
Oh my.
What? What is it?
What is it, doctor?
There's 4 heartbeats.
My name is Anna Traylor. I am a senior with a BS in Theater Arts degree, and I wrote the play 32 Weeks.
It is about a couple who finds out they are pregnant with quadruplets and struggle with finding out that it is very difficult to have quadruplets.
My inspiration was my family. I am one of the quadruplets. So my parents, they went through in vitro because they couldn't get pregnant. My parents used all the eggs, and they turned out that all 4 worked. Basically, when they found out they were having quadruplets, they immediately were told by doctors to have an abortion or to reduce 2 or keep 2 because of medical reasons, any kind of disabilities, deformities. And then in the end, they really just, trusted their faith in God and that this happened for a reason, that this was God's plan. And so if that's what it is and they were going to trust it.
Just let my children be healthy. Just let them live.
My favorite part is how real it is. Not everything is all sunshine and rainbows in a marriage, and that people are selfish. And I know that's like weird to say that that's like my favorite thing, but I just like that it portrays struggles in a very real way. And I also like that the end of the play, like, it's hopeful.
It's been a very good learning process of finding moments that aren't exactly comical, but are still relieving. Since there's a lot of heavy stuff, it's nice to find moments when it's not technically funny, but it's not like a huge weight on you.
I'm excited for people to experience and just kind of watch the story happen, because it's a very unlikely story. You don't really hear many stories like it. I'm also just excited to see something that I did be performed and be used, and if this is a way that I can show God's goodness, then maybe that's what He's calling me to do. It's also something very personal to me, so I'm just excited to show my story with others.
Naomi, where are my pants?
I never touched them. Check the dryer.
Hi, my name is Matthew Boardwine. I was a theater production student here at Liberty University from 2013 to 2017, and I wrote the play Sugar Please with a Lump of Coal.
So the show is about a family that is going through kind of a life crisis, but they don't know how to tell each other, so it ends in chaos and quirkiness.
It's about a couple, Evan and Naomi, and they both have discovered that they have cancer, and they're figuring out how to tell each other. It sounds like it's not funny at all, but it is all about the hijinks that ensue from them wanting to be careful about how they tell each other, and maybe relatives come to visit, and things just get crazy.
I was the one that broke the aquarium. I'm currently on the run from law enforcement. Are we going to sit?
I do improv with the actors to get them loosened up and everything. It's helped me personally as an actress. I'm on the improv team here. It's helped me respond more to first function, that's kind of like the impulses that we do. And that's pretty much comedy, is like you have to respond to impulses faster.
I also think knowing the reality of people get really funny and crazy in situations where the stakes are high, their buttons are pushed, and so you make it genuine. And to be genuine, there's funny things that happen in real life because people act crazy. I think if this was a comedy about anything else, we might not even mine as hard for the truth of the comedy. Whereas since this is such a sensitive topic, we all know we have to be super serious about this, or else it's not only not funny, it's also disrespectful, and that's the last thing we want.
Of course I want that, Evan. Why do you think I'm so upset by all of this? I love you so much, and I am scared that our time together is going to be cut short.
It was originally meant to be sort of sentimental and was going to deal with the implications of them both having cancer and how they want to live life to the fullest. And as I was writing it, I discovered something about myself, that I deal with pain and with tragedy through humor. And I sort of just ended up writing funny scenes and funny circumstances.
Sugar Please with a Lump of Coal is a fun, chaotic comedy, but it does tell the audience that you need to appreciate the people around you and appreciate the time that God has given you on this earth and live it to the fullest, because you don't know the next time you're going to see someone. So cherish your time, cherish every day, live in the moment.
Student labs are the culmination of a theater education. You have people that are studying all different kinds of things. They're studying acting, they're studying directing and design and stage management and technical aspects of theater.
I'm such a big advocate for student labs. It's students who just want to create something together. I think it's just such an incredible model of collaboration, of artists, of people who just want to do it because they love it.
It just is so cool because they're plays written by people our age. They're new works.
Every student is able to work together to bring to life something that is collaborative, something that is beautiful, something that is new. There's no better way to showcase a theater department than allowing the students to showcase themselves.